When the lockdown came, we were caught unawares. I mean, it was like a sudden thing happening without much preparation. I mean, we never knew that everything will be closed for such a long period. And despite our best efforts, especially in a state like Sikkim or other hilly states, other even bigger states with a lot of hinterland not covered by internet access, it was initially our reaction was to we were scrambling for reaching out to the students, how to reach them, how to teach them. And the online classes concept came. I mean, initially it began with WhatsApp, sending text messages or sending photos of something written on a piece of paper, sending recorded self recorded videos, and they were quite helpful. But I can tell you, in government schools, the majority of students, they are not from very sound economic backgrounds. The parents are not very well off. They may have phone, but maybe only a feature phone, not a smartphone. Network may not be there in most of the cases. So it was not easy. And even if the parents had a phone, it was only one phone in the house, so to sparing it for the child's education was not easy. So I can tell you very frankly that we were really initially trying to find out what to do. Then we found that the reach of All India Radio, the radio broadcast, was also very good. And many houses had cable television, a local cable television in the state. So we started recording lessons on the video in the studio of that cable TV, Samvad TV, and we started broadcasting it. Plus, we also had lessons recorded that was especially for science and maths, where we need a blackboard or whiteboard to explain the things. For English and for other subjects, it was easy to do it through the All India Radio. And we opened a line for questioning, telephone line for questions and answers. And that was a roaring success. Children joined in large numbers and they used to ask lots of questions. Then teachers also gained some little bit of insight into the online education. They opened their YouTube channels. Many things happened in many states. But again, it is all dependent on the network. I mean, if there is no network or no device, then whatever you may do through internet is as good as not doing, practically not doing anything. So in urban areas, we were able to reach a large number of students, almost everybody. Overall in the state, not more than 40%. So radio was helpful, but then radio also had its own limitations. Cable TV was not in every house. So we were faced with such daunting challenges. Terrain is very difficult in Sikkim and Northeast. Network is most of the time is very bad. So and the children, we were acutely aware of the fact that despite, even if we are able to reach them through online, they are missing their schools, they are missing meeting each other, that kind of atmosphere, playing, sharing, and enjoying those relaxed moments with friends, that was being dearly missed by the children. So then we finally we had a lot of discussion, and we said that we have good number of teachers, there was no dearth of teachers. Why don't, if the school, if children cannot come to the school, why can't the school go to the children? So that concept was mooted, and that basically means is that what that basically means is that the teachers should go to the students homes or call them to their homes, or to a third place, maybe a panchayat ghar, maybe the school itself, with limited number of students, maybe 4, 3, 5 at the most, all with proper safeguards, because COVID was not really, that kind of thing problem in the rural areas of Sikkim. Urban areas were affected. So we took the advantage of this fact that we can do it, and teachers were very enthusiastic. So that was a kind of a great initiative, I would call it, on our part. The teachers started going to the children's one of the children's homes or one of a government building located in that area, calling 4 or 5 of them and teaching them there. We called it homeschooling, and homeschooling became a great success. It really bridged that digital divide because they didn't need any devices immediately or any kind of network. The teacher was itself, herself there, himself there, and they were also in a group of 3 or 4, so they were able to meet some of the friends. So it was like a mini school atmosphere. In most of the cases, what we did was, because calling them home sometimes is not convenient, you've got other people at home and disturbances are there. Going to their home also may not be convenient because they may be having something going on in the house, family members. So we said that why don't, our schools are lying closed, why don't we make use of a hall in the school, a big room in the school, or any classroom in the school for 4 or 5 children is not a problem. So then that's how we began this concept of homeschooling. Some teachers, they went to the extent of calling them anywhere they found a space near their homes, in a panchayat ghar, in any kind of roadside shed which has been made for example bus passengers or whatever. I mean, we said that there is no limitation on you on what you want to use to teach the children. You can use any place which is convenient to the children and to the you and to you. So this homeschooling was actually a very big success, and I would like to share this. This was reported in the national media prominently, and the children really benefited in a big way through this homeschooling. So I think I would call it, now of course we are 6 7 months down the line in the lockdown, and we have learned the lessons. We have had the advantage of our own doing and seeing its effectiveness. So a combination of online education, schools now have opened also, but again the I can tell you one more thing, interesting thing I would like to share with the viewers. Schools have been opened for classes 9 to 12. It is purely on a voluntary basis with the parental consent in writing. In urban areas, the attendance is about 20 to 30%, not more than that. In rural areas, it is almost like 60 to 70%, just the reverse. Because in rural areas, the children have been really, missing their schools, online classes. This home schooling came little late, maybe after 2.5 months we began with this idea, because initially we were also not able to think about this option. And people were so scared of covid in the beginning, despite nowhere covid was there. But then they thought अगर मैं घर से बाहर गई निकला तो मुझे कोविड हो जाएगा, इस टाइप का एक एटमॉस्फेयर था शुरू में. Now things have been understood by people. Everybody has masks. Everybody knows how to, I mean, they are using sanitizer, cleaning their hands. So people have learned to fight or to safeguard themselves against covid. So there is a good number of children coming to schools in rural areas. So that shows that they are really, they were missing their schools, and they didn't have all that kinds of devices and network. Urban areas still attendance is less because they think they can go do with the you know devices, online education. So that's fine with us. I mean, as long as somebody is able to study, I mean, we are okay with that. So I think this mixed experience of online homeschooling and also using the radio and local cable TV network, uh, all these combinations were really helpful. And then teachers have opened their YouTube channels, as I said. Diksha platform also is being used, which is energized textbook concept, which has been launched by NCRT and MHRD since last year. And Diksha has been very helpful. The content on Diksha is now quite enriching. So that also, but again, that also requires devices and all that. So because why I'm saying is that people in urban areas, in big cities, they can't imagine how difficult life is in rural areas. So to expect a child to study through a smartphone, and I can tell you my own experience very frankly. When I get a document on my WhatsApp, let's say a DO letter, a letter from somebody, it is difficult for me to read the whole letter properly. I prefer that it comes either see it on a bigger screen like my laptop or my desktop, or if possible hard copy. If it is there, then I feel very comfortable reading the hard copy because you can see the entire letter in one go. On a smartphone you only see one line or maybe two lines, a half a line. So it is to expect a child also to study through that WhatsApp is perhaps asking for a bit too much. But then when there is nothing, then something is better than nothing. So children also learn slowly and slowly. But I would again repeat that missing the school was like a big psychological thing for the children. They were stressed. They wanted to go to school because they share with their students. It's a growing age, teenage. And so that's why when the schools were reopened, there was an enthusiastic response, especially in the rural areas. So that has been our experience, and I'm sure and we have also seen what other states are doing. Our homeschooling has been reported widely. Many people, uh, we have seen many forms of homeschooling in many states. For example, in some plain areas where the things are a little easier, people have been going and teaching on a street or on a side, this thing, small narrow street, narrow lane of a road or something, children are studying in front of their houses. All kinds of things have been done. So I would say that it has been a great learning curve for us. COVID, when it came, it was like, people didn't know much about COVID. They only knew that, something very dangerous has come and anybody who gets COVID is going to die. So it was like such a fear psychosis. And घर से बाहर बिल्कुल नहीं निकलना है. We don't have to go out of the house. The moment we go, we'll get COVID. So that kind of thing was prevailing for almost couple of months. And people were so much worried and so much protective. Then slowly and slowly, things began to loosen up, and people saw the people recovering from COVID, and they found that they need not really, they need to worry about it, but they need not fear it. They should have adequate safeguards like masks, washing the hands, or sanitizers. The availability of easily available cheap masks and sanitizers also became, a reality. Initially it was not available. So, and then over media, government efforts in educating people about what COVID is, and we have to live with COVID. So we have to learn to safeguard ourselves, do our work. Economy was getting, people were losing their jobs. There was a lot of problems economically, financially. So, there was a need to open the economy. And by then we had prepared. PPE kits were easily available. So, and people's that, I would say that change of mindset today, the parents, the students, when I asked them, I interacted with large number of them, going around, meeting them, those who are coming to schools. Beta, how are you feeling? Are you scared? They said, no, we are not scared. I said, don't remove your mask. If you need to take a deep breath and you are feeling that you are, not having adequate breath, go to an area where there is nobody around, in the vicinity, take off your mask and then take a deep breath, and then again put it on, come back to the friends. So don't remove your mask, don't use your hands to touch your face and mouth, keep washing it, or keep using the sanitizer. Schools have been equipped with these things. So I would say that, people's mindset has changed. They are now ready to take on COVID. They have accepted COVID as something which is going to stay for some more time. Everybody is desperate for the vaccine, but vaccine is, I mean, I think around the corner. But today, that initial fear of COVID, because even the teachers in the beginning were not very enthusiastic to go and teach at homes or calling even 4 5 children at their home. They said, अगर मुझे COVID हो गया या किसी से हो गया and all that thing. So initial hiccups were there, and we had to assure them that no, कोविड इज नॉट जादू कि आपको हो जाएगा, कहीं से उड़ के आ जाएगा. कोविड तभी होगा जब आप मास्क नहीं लगाएंगे, or you will not clean your hands properly. So initially, even I mean, why should I blame my children in the rural areas? Even we thought that something coming to home from outside, let's say vegetable coming, हम छू देंगे तो कोविड हो जाएगा. हम बाहर निकल गए एक घंटे के लिए, तो अनलेस आई चेंज माय क्लोथ्स एंड टेक बाथ, कोविड हो जाएगा. बाल को ढक लो, नहीं तो कोविड हो जाएगा, एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. तो आई थिंक नाउ थिंग्स हैव स्टेबलाइज्ड. And what is very good is that we have learned to face the COVID and do our daily things. कि ठीक है, let COVID be there. हम कोविड से डरेंगे नहीं, हम कोविड से सेफ गार्ड रखेंगे, प्रिकॉशन रखेंगे, लेकिन हम स्कूल भी जाएंगे, हम पढ़ेंगे भी, हम पढ़ाएंगे भी. So I think that thing has come, and I think that is bigger strength for us than anything else. COVID has to go one day, vaccine has to come one day, बट वो वन डे कब है, कब आएगा, हम नहीं जानते. तो उसका हम वेट करके, वी कांट रियली, so now we are trying to make up as much as we can in the remaining 3 to 4 months of the academic year. The holidays we have dispensed with, because we have normally in Sikkim a long winter holidays. So we have told everybody that इस बार जाड़े की छुट्टियां नहीं होंगी. आप लोग थोड़ा सा इस बात को एक्सेप्ट करिए, बिकॉज छुट्टियां बहुत हमको मिल चुकी हैं ऑलरेडी. पीपल हैव एक्सेप्टेड कि नहीं नहीं बिल्कुल ठीक है. So, except the festivals, we are not closing the schools for winter holidays, trying to cover as much as possible and give children what they have missed so far. पहले तो मैं श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी का धन्यवाद करूंगा कि अरविंदो सोसाइटी के साथ हम लोग जुड़े हैं कई वर्षों से, और हमारा जो अनुभव रहा है, इट हैज बीन वेरी पॉजिटिव, वेरी अपबीट. आई एम वेरी अपबीट अबाउट इट, क्योंकि हमने जो ZII, जो जीरो इन्वेस्टमेंट इनोवेशन इन एजुकेशन का जो हमने कॉन्सेप्ट देखा है, जिसमें बेसिकली इट्स अ काइंड, द कॉन्सेप्ट इज टू गेट एवरीबडी नो what good things are already happening in different schools and which can be easily replicated in other schools without any investment. That has been a great success because I can tell you in India's every school, not only in Sikkim, इस देश के हर स्कूल में, सरकारी या प्राइवेट, कुछ टीचर ऐसे हैं, या सच सारे ही होंगे या आधे होंगे या एक तिहाई होंगे, आई मीन देयर कुड बी वेरिंग नंबर्स who are doing great things. They are very good teachers, great teachers, teaching in a very good way. They are having something special to do in their schools, but we are not aware of what they are doing. So when this thing came and the compilation was brought out, for example, Sikkim से ही हमने compile किया, I mean through Aurobindo Society's support. So we found कि अरे there are so many things happening, and everybody was given that copy, and people got to know. So it was a great encouragement to those teachers who were doing it silently in a small way without getting recognition. So I think Arvindo Society, and they have also been honoring our teachers with awards, and that has been a great encouragement. We look forward to associate on a very sustained long-term association with Shri Arvindo Society, and we want to learn from their experience of other states so that we are able to get good things from other states and do whatever is possible to do in our state. So we look forward to more renewed efforts on the part of both of us to strengthen our bond and share learning from each other.